Phoenix Rising. Hey, Pamadaka had this team playing last year. John, he had you ready to run through a brick wall. Same thing with this team. Unfortunately, they did not lead to people wanting to score the ball. Unless it was like the 99th minute, then they always found an equalizer somehow. But it was never from a forward. Can Phoenix fix their finishing woes this season?
The thing about Phoenix, I was digging into some of these numbers over the weekend. I think they led the league in conversion rate. They actually finished really well. They just were terrible at creating chances. And that's an important distinction. Now, what's fascinating is they haven't really added more creators. They are buying into this argument that the players we've acquired are just going to create more space in the final third. That'll happen in a few ways. Some of it is just the speed you're getting with Darius Johnson, getting a full season of Kelvin Arase, two of the best one-on-one dribblers, transition threats you've got. Carvajal and Studenhoft, maybe not proven at the championship level, but they are the kinds of number nines that are constantly on the back shoulder of the defense, pushing you back and creating that room for Hope Abiyeva to do his thing. It's the full season of Flores after they've got him on loan again. It's Luke Biasi, who, from what I understand, is going to be a fullback in this team. The idea is we're going to spread the field, buy more space, and be able to really take over games and create. Now, that is the best case scenario if all of those things come good. I have doubts about the wings. I have doubts about the forwards. There is kind of minimal depth beyond Abievu creatively. That said, the fact that there is the clarity of vision means something to my eyes.
And this was a team last year who only got shut out 6 times in the regular season, but they only kept 5 clean sheets on the year. So they were, at least by all accounts, the entertainers of the conference, where if you watched any of their games, they were really fun to watch. They had that 4-4 draw with El Paso, the 3-3 draw with Oakland, El Paso, and Birmingham as well. So this is at least a team who has an entertaining stretch to them. It's just, can they convert this into results? This, in terms of their club history, was their second lowest scoring season since 2020 on record.
I'm really fascinated by Luke Biasi as a fullback. That just feels like a waste in bringing in Luke Biasi. Like, especially if you are saying Colin Smith is the guy we trust and as a right back, as a wing back option, I feel like that's just underutilizing the talent that you have. I guess the idea of, okay, we're just going to trust the guys to create more is Hope Abievu. You're saying, okay, we're actually going to play him as a 10 this year and not as a false 9 or as a striker this year. So the guy that we want to create is going to be able to create. And maybe that's the idea. But even so, I'm a little confused on the roster build.
When they moved to that back three at the very end of last season, and I think it was only like a 5-game sample, but they were giving up 0.6 XG per game. Hope was maximized as a number 9 in a lot of ways with what he could do creatively. I am somewhat surprised, and especially with Biasi coming in, given what he did defensively for Pittsburgh as a center back, it makes a lot of sense to go back to the back three. I know I just criticized San Antonio for the lack of clear vision with what they're trying to do in their identity. Phoenix feels like a team where they know what they want to be, but that plan B of leaning into the defense, Abievu, false 9, and a 3-4-3, there is such appeal to that if things go wrong. It's going to be fascinating to see if they get off to a slow start, what will that look like?
And John, like to end off that regular season from last year, of those 5 clean sheets that Phoenix kept, 3 of them were in those final 3 games of the season.
Wow.
And also kind of looking at what's kind of going on here, Gomez is a player that's an up-and-coming player. He's someone that everybody is going to be circling, saying, what can he be? He's an exciting prospect. But that also means losing a guy like JP Sears, where you want him standing over the ball on a free kick. You want him to be able to create in the midfield when possible. again, just another fascinating decision that Ka is going to have to make.
From the Phoenix media folks who were at their friendly against Vegas over the weekend, high reviews for Skierce, who started next to Morsu in the pivot. I think there is going to be some genuine competition there because that staff, for good reason, is enamored with what JP Skierce gives them.
And now I'm going to feel really bad. Chituru, that's the part I know I got. Oduns?
I think you
the
pronounce
goalkeeper.
the E, so I think it would be like Udunse, but close enough.
Udunse?
Charlotte.
Yes. I mean, good with the ball at his feet. He's a fantastic shot stopper. Also, 6'7", like ridiculous. I'm very interested to see what happens there. He is on loan from Charlotte. How are they going to handle him and Rakovsky, who he has a pedigree for a reason. He is a good player, but for my taste, seemingly past it. I wouldn't be shocked if Udunse ends up getting the nod throughout the season.
And Pop Madukan also has the history that he was also in Charlotte as well, so he's very familiar with Udunse as well.
Any final thoughts here?
I think this team has a lot of upside, but it's too easy to see the scenario where they're mediocre again. Like, if Phoenix got a top 3 seed, I wouldn't be shocked, but the median outcome is far lower than that.
If we end up in the same place we got last year where Colin Smith was playing center back because like everybody was dead, yes, I see that world happening again, but I also see the world where they just come out gangbusters and are finishing top 4 with ease. So they are a high ceiling, disastrously low floor team.